Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're gonna love it here, and if you're returning, what's up? It's been 3 long months, but I am back with another quick weave tutorial. This is a highlighted deep side part quick weave that was requested by someone in the comments. So if you have a hairstyle that you want me to try out, you can mention it to me in my comments or send me a DM on Instagram. Before we get started with the tutorial, I would also like to mention that I do sell 90% of the wigs that I review and promote here on this channel at a reasonable and affordable price at Heavenly's Hair on Instagram. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to take off my bonnet, and here is my braid down. I sectioned off my leave out and braided it in the opposite direction going forward, and I braided the rest of my hair going straight back. I tried to get my braids as flat as possible, especially at the top, for a nice flat seamless install. Like always, I'm going to go in with some oil to moisturize my scalp. So here I am doing so, adding the oil in between each braid. And rubbing the oil in. I will be using a simple black wig cap that I got from the beauty supply store. Now that the cap is on, I'm gonna go in with the Got To Be spray for the mold down. If it makes it easier, you can trace out the leave out section. Luckily, I can see through this cap pretty well. I like to start off in sections by spraying the Got To Be spray on top of the braids, only going straight back. Now that that section is sprayed down, I'm gonna go in with my blow dryer on medium heat and dry that spray down. When doing this, I like to work in sections just to make things easier and to make sure that everything is evenly coated. I also recommend doing at least 2 to 3 coats of the Got To Be spray, letting it dry down until your entire head is completely coated. Another thing that I would like to mention when doing this, I personally do not like to spray the Got To Be on my edges. And as you can see, I push the cap up and out of the way because I don't like anything sitting on top of my edges or baby hairs or whatever you want to call it. We all know that too much tension in that area does cause breakage. You will know when the mold down is complete and ready to be cut when the cap feels stiff, hard, and crunchy. When cutting the cap, I like to place my fingers in between the cap and my hair to create separation before I start cutting. Because the last thing I want to do is make a silly mistake and cut some of my hair. So here I am cutting one side, making sure that I don't leave any excess cap. And now I'm cutting the other side. Now that the mold down is complete and the cap is cut, this is what it is giving. And as you can see, those edges are left out. The hair that I will be using for this quick weave is the Organique Synthetic bundle. I got 3 packs of hair in the colors 2, 27, and 613. These bundles were all 24 inches, priced at $9.99 each. Y'all let me know if y'all beauty supplies selling for $10 a pack as well, because I've personally been to beauty supplies that sold this hair for $15 a pack, which I think is kind of crazy, but hey. So I'm going to start off with the color 2, measure the track out to my head, Once that's done, then I'm going to cut the track, and I will be using this glue that I got from the beauty supply store, adding the glue to the track. Then I'm going to lay the track down back in the same spot. When doing this, I like to lay out and measure the tracks in more of a U shape instead of laying the tracks going straight across from one end to the next. Next, I'm going to go in with the 613, repeating the exact same process. I'm going to measure out the track, then cut the track, add glue to the track, then lay the track down. If this is your first time doing a quick weave, it might take a few tries for you to get the hang of it, but once you do, it is very simple, just really repetitive. When using this hair, make sure to comb or brush it out in between every few tracks, just so that it won't get extremely tangly. Because if you know, this hair will ball up on you real quick, especially if you have a longer length. Once again, you're going to repeat the exact same process. You're going to start off by measuring out the track. You're then going to cut the track, add glue to the track, then lay the track down. Since the tracks are kind of thin, I thought it would be a good idea to double up on the tracks, meaning I lay down 2 613 tracks, then 2 27 tracks, then 2 natural color tracks. After doing one round of that, I realized that I did not like that pattern, and the colors just weren't blending how I wanted them to. Although I didn't remove any of the tracks that had already been laid down, I decided to switch up the color pattern to the color 2, the natural color, 613, then 27. So once again, I'm going to apply the tracks the exact same way, measuring the tracks out, cutting the track, adding glue to the track, and laying the track down, using the color pattern 2, 613, then 27. Now that I am more towards the top of my head, I'm going to focus on just applying the tracks in that bang area on the right side of my head, then use that last bit of space on the left side of my head to finish it off with a regular 2-color track. I really do hope this is making sense, y'all, but it's very difficult with all these different colors. So here I am just going in with my blow dryer to dry some of the glue down on these tracks. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to use the last bit of space on the left side of my head to use a natural color 2 track. Make sure to have more than enough of the natural color track for the top of your head. When using all of these colors, you want to make sure that it blends in right with your leave out. As you can see, my leave out is the color 2, and I've decided not to use any more 613 pieces at the top, only focusing and alternating between the color 27 and the natural color 2. My goal is for it to look nice and seamless. I don't want my leave out to stand out on top of these highlights. With my last and final track, I obviously finish it off with the color 2, lay that down, and now I am done. I'm gonna go in with my blow dryer again to dry the tracks down and make sure everything is nice and secure. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos when I've used the Organique hair, I always go in with my thinning shears. This is what they look like. And I thin out the hair piece by piece. My goal isn't to actually make the hair thinner. I do this to make the strands of the hair uneven. Oftentimes, synthetic hair is made straight across. Every single hair strand is the exact same length, and that is one of the reasons why the hair tangles up so much. So as you can see, I use this like a pair of scissors and cut down on the hair in different spots. Then I use my brush to brush it out to remove the cut hair. See, the hair is much more flowy and has more of a natural look. Yes, the hair is still going to tangle up a little. Keep in mind that this is still synthetic hair, so be sure to keep a brush or a comb near. But make sure to keep your hands out of your hair. Don't be playing in it too much. Now that that is done, the hair is nice and flowy. The highlights turned out so cute. I am obsessed. Here I am attempting to do some layers. I don't know about these layers, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Not my best work, but anyways. Moving on to my leave out, I'm gonna take my braid down. I preferably like to work in sections, so one braid at a time. I'm gonna go in with my skinny flat iron. Make sure I get them roots and them edges nice and straightened. Moving on to the next braid, here I am taking that down. And once again, I'm gonna go in with my skinny flat iron, then follow it up with my regular flat iron. Basically straighten my leave out like normal until it is completely done. Okay, boom. Now that the left side is complete, I'm going to move on to the right side. I decided not to record myself doing so because it's very simple. I just straightened it exactly how I straightened the left side. Now that everything is all straightened, I'm going to go in with my rat tail comb to define my part. And now my favorite part, the baby hairs. I'm gonna go in with my skinny flat iron to curl my edges. Once I do that, I like to go in with my edge brush with no product, swoop and shape my edges exactly how I want them to be. Basically just trying to figure out the placement. I will be using the pink Style Factor Edge Booster Edge Control. And I'm going to apply just a little of that, not too much, onto my baby hairs. Then go back in with my edge brush to swoop everything up. This right here is my soft bristle baby hair brush. This helps lay the hair down nice and flat, give it that sleek look. I'm going to brush my leave out using this soft brush, then go in with the wax stick to get the hair nice, flat, and smooth. Because I'm not going to lie, this quick weave install is one of the flattest I have ever done. I'm going to top it off by spraying some Got To Be spray on my soft brush, brushing my leave out down, then going in with my blow dryer on warm heat to set everything in place. It's kind of like I'm molding down my leave out. This is my first time doing this. I don't know what made me do this, but I'm glad I did. Now I'm going to repeat the exact same process on the other side. Brush my leave out down using my soft brush. Go in with my wax stick. Spray my soft brush with the Got To Be spray. Brush my leave out again. Then go in with my blow dryer on warm heat to mold it down. And just like that, everything is done. I'm gonna go in with my brush and brush my hair. Make sure that everything is intact. And yeah, if you made it this far and watched my video all the way through, I truly appreciate it. Because no shade, some of y'all be asking me questions in the comments that I've already answered in the video. But it is what it is. I appreciate the love and support regardless. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.